Hello. So, if you read the title correctly, yes, we are going to be under the influence of hot sauce while trying to explain the lore and story behind MegaMan X1, X2, X3, and X4. We're not going to do the other ones because it'll be a longer video and I haven't yet to play those ones yet. But yeah, so the rules is basically every couple of minutes, you gotta take a random hot sauce. Like this cracker right here, you gotta put some hot sauce on it and you gotta eat it. And at the end, there'll be some questions that I have to answer, which I may or may not know. So yeah, let's begin. And thus begins the time, right about now. Okay, so back in 20XX, there lived a scientist named Dr. Thomas Light, and he created the original Mega Man who fought for justice and stuff, you know, typical hero stuff. And then there was his enemy, Dr. Wily, who created a bunch of robots that try to battle Mega Man. And that's important because later on, Dr. Thomas Light is inventing a new robot who he'll probably not see live, because X, which is the new robot that he's making, he's basically trying to like engineer him for the future, but since he's not going to be ready yet for social interaction, he has to put him in a time capsule for 100 years, and then yeah, that wasn't a part of the script, but whatever, let's keep going. Okay, next hot sauce. That is so gross. Oh god. Anyway, since X isn't really ready yet for the world, Thomas Light put him in a capsule. I already said that. Yep. He put him in a capsule for 100 years, and then he wakes up in 21XX, where he was discovered by a researcher named Dr. Kane, who took X's data and made it into robots called Reploids. And Reploids are basically like humans, but just robots. They have the mind of free will, and they could do whatever they want, except not really, because, you know, that's not the law. So when X was discovered, he was technically the first ever Reploid. Dr. Thomas Light's design, yeah. And because of that, then damn it, I gotta keep going. Okay, so the robots, if the robots go evil, they're considered Mavericks, and what Mavericks are doing, they could be hurting other people. Next hot sauce. No. Nuh-uh. Okay. So remember that guy named Dr. Wily? So, wait, I can't say that yet. So when the Mavericks hurt people, it is up to the Maverick Hunters to destroy them, which X is one of them, but later on he is one of them. So the leader of the Maverick Hunters, Sigma, discovers a new Reploid who is in a time capsule similar to what MegaMan X was. And guess who's in this time capsule? Apparently, remember Dr. Wily? His invention was named Zero, and he had the virus in his capsule. So whenever it opened, it unleashed it all across the world, and it also got unleashed on Sigma. Whenever Sigma fought Zero, their moralities swapped. So Sigma turned evil, and then Zero turned good. But no one knows that Sigma was evil because he was He was the leader of the Maverick Hunters. So here's the next hot sauce. Enemy. So Zero joins the Maverick Hunters, same as MegaMan X. Yeah, they basically they rule the town here. They're unstoppable, except for one assignment where Sigma takes down a Berserk Mechanoid, which is basically like a mech, but it's like a robot, but you can't pilot it. Except, well, other ones you can pilot. So anyway, the incident happens, and then Sigma reveals to everyone that he is a Maverick himself, and a bunch of Maverick Hunters turn Maverick, including Storm Eagle and Chill Penguin. Those two, they'll be mentioned later on, trust me. So when Zero and X learn that Sigma is evil, they try to take this on their own turf. Their Able City, which is the town that MegaMan X lives in, it has to be protected. So yeah, next hot sauce. Okay, so something I forgot to mention, one of the Maverick Hunters was also named Vile. So Vile kicked X's ass, yep, in the first game, and then just when Vile's about to do the killing blow to X, Zero hops in, saves him, tells X some word of advice saying that he'll be as strong as he is someday, and then that's when the game truly begins. And that's when X fights a bunch of Mavericks, named Storm Eagle, Armored Armadillo, Stink Chameleon, Flame Mammoth, Boomer Quanger, did I say Spark Mandrill already? The other ones. Yeah, you get it. And then after X defeats them all, he makes his way to Sigma's fortress when Zero is captured by Vile. So Vile beats X's ass again in the mech armor suit, but then Zero frees himself and jumps back on Vile's back, and to be continued. So anyway, continued. Zero destroys himself in his Zero destroys himself by destroying Vile's armor, and it gives the chance for MegaMan X to defeat Vile, and he does. And then that's where he makes his way to the top of Sigma's fortress, and he confronts Sigma, and then he destroys Sigma, and that's basically the end of MegaMan X1. Here's X2. So X2, X has been like the leader of the Maverick Hunters, I believe, and then that's when he discovers that Zero is somehow alive, but not really. So the X Hunters, who are specifically made to kill MegaMan X, they have the parts of Zero: his legs, his arms, his head, whatever. So MegaMan destroys all the Robot Masters. I don't know, Overdrive Ostrich, that's the only one I remember. Yeah. So X destroys them, and X gets the parts back, and to be continued. Okay. So X destroys the X Hunters, gets Zero's parts back, and he defeats Sigma with Zero's help. Zero is now alive, and that's basically the end of X2. Yeah, it wasn't very plot-provoking. Then X3 rolls around. Zero and X are back together again, and they discover that the recent Maverick outbreaks is caused by some guy named the Doppler, or Dr. Doppler, I don't know. Yeah, so they defeat all the Maverick Hunters. I don't know, Wire Sponge, is that one of them? I don't know. So they defeat Doppler, and then they realize that Sigma was behind it the whole time. And then, yeah, they defeat Sigma. And then the next game, MegaMan X4. My favorite one. So yeah. So basically it starts out with Zero taking on an assignment to Sky Lagoon, which that shit's about to get... Yeah, and it does. Okay, so let me level with you for a second. So there's this new group in town called the Reploids, and Reploids is run by a guy named General. You saw him in the intro of X4. He was doing the Hitler pose. Yeah, that was censored. So he has a right-hand man named Colonel, and he has a sister named Iris, and Iris and Zero kind of have a thing, you know? But then Zero takes down all the Mavericks from Reploids, and he makes his way up to the weapon, the final weapon it's called, I think. And that's when he faces a Colonel, and then Colonel dies. And then after that, Zero faces Iris, but she has been controlled somehow, I think. And then they have the most cheesiest meetup ever again. Play the clip.
No, this isn't happening! There's no reason for me to go on. What? What am I fighting for?
Yep, you saw that. Okay. Okay. This sucks. So anyway, it was Sigma the whole time, yet again. So Zero defeats Sigma, he gets into space, and that's basically the end of MegaMan X4. Now for the questions.
What boss battle is your favorite?
The boss battle that is my favorite has to be, what's his name? His name is, Magma Dragoon. Yeah, because he has Street Fighter moves, and whenever you beat him, Zero could do his Shoryuken with his saber.
Do you know what year Mega Man started and who invented it?
I think that MegaMan X started out in 1993. Okay, next Hotsauce. Yeah, 1993, I believe, or 1991. No, 1993. And then the person that created it was technically Keiji Inafune, but also no, because Keiji Inafune drew Mega Man. He did not financially create Mega Man.
Who are the main characters that everyone should know?
The main characters are X and Zero. They're always going to be the main characters. That you can't take them away because they'll always be in the next game, because that's who they are. They're amazing. They're the bros.
How easy is this game for beginners?
For beginners, I'd say it's like a 5 out of 10. It's pretty hard for beginners, but if you play on the MegaMan X Legacy Collection and do Rookie Mode, it'll be a much easier time for players to get adjusted to.
So that's where they should start?
Yes.
Who is your favorite character?
Zero. Always has to be Zero. I love the hair. I love the saber. I love his design. Keiji Inafune was a genius for making him, but he also kind of accidentally killed Capcom. So, yeah. Okay. Valentina.
How's the soundtrack?
Oh my god, it's amazing! It's super amazing! It's so good.
Do you want to go ahead and do the last fragment?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. And the last question is, how many Mega Man shirts do you own? And do you have a lot of Mega Man decor?
No and no. Not enough.
That's it.
Yep. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you around.